So Peter, of Peter's political perspective, his main channel, Health Sanctuary Family, was banned. He's upset about it, so he's jumped over here to his backup channel, Peter's political perspective. So let's see his apology video and then his most recent video on how he thinks Trump will fix it so he won't get banned from Twitter. Hold on, I gotta add his Rumble and BitChute to my folders because he's definitely going to get banned again. And I want to make sure I have access to his videos for this show. Okay.
Hi guys. I owe you guys an apology, actually several apologies.
This is very quiet. Let me see if I can boost the audio a little bit.
I'm sorry that PPP video is not up today, and I'm sorry that I wasn't careful enough with my YouTube channel. I'm sorry that this whole massive growth of my YouTube channel actually got to my head, made me cocky and arrogant, and maybe even rude sometimes.
I'm sorry I was rude while calling for the deaths of our political enemies. I should really be nicer while I do that.
Possibly. It's definitely possible. Because I feel like I hurt a lot of people's feelings, and I'm sorry for hurting people's feelings. I feel like there were points where I was chasing the money more than I was actually chasing useful information and just putting out content that would get a lot of views more than content that was actually going to help people.
That's an admission.
So I apologize for.
I'll tell you one thing. I've never put the money over my own entertainment. That's where the Danzy comes from. We've put a moratorium on Danzy, but you know, if you let the money come first, the content will just become shit. You gotta enjoy yourself.
For that, I think that maybe it was a good thing that my main account was terminated because I needed a big piece of humble pie so I could be more humble. Several people told me that I was becoming cocky with the growth of my channel. My wife did, my sister did, and my dad did. And I agree that I let the growth of the YouTube channel get to my ego, and I'm sorry.
Which is funny too, because like he had a decent number of subscribers. He had something like 30 to 35,000 subscribers. That's not bad at all. But it's funny to me that he got all cocky about it. Like, you're not PewDiePie. Let's put it that way. I don't know. Just seems a little funny to me, imagining Peter in his day-to-day life getting like like his wife or someone telling him like, hey, can you put the laundry in, or can you do some dishes, and him being like, woman, I am busy making my YouTube videos. Over a 30-something thousand subscriber channel.
Sorry for people I've hurt or for not producing content that you guys deserve. I am going to restart this channel, my main channel. My wife's going to make a new banner because I know it still has that old logo that reminds people of 666 for some reason.
That is a definitive answer, by the way. Some people are like, why did Peter change his logo? Apparently it was because some Christians thought it looked too much like 666.
So she's going to make a new banner. This is going to be my new YouTube channel. And from now on, I'm really going to push content that is truthful and helpful and useful. I mean, I've been always pushing content that was truthful, but I think I was at one point pushing content that was makes more money than I was pushing content that was actually helping people. But I've always been honest with you guys, 100% honest, and that's something that I'm at least proud of. And I hope that I can produce much more useful content, I can do better research, and I can really make...
If you did better research, the entire premise of your channel would be destroyed. If you did good research, you would realize, oh, all this is bullshit. And that would be the end of the channel. Wouldn't be very fun for your audience, I would imagine.
Meet all your expectations. My main income was the YouTube channel.
Oof, never do that.
I do have some
I say that as someone who makes money online. Don't ever do this.
Patreon supporters and some donators.
Thanks for all the support, by the way. I appreciate it.
Right now I haven't got donations in a while, and I lost a few Patreon supporters. My channel's bringing in around $170 or $160 right now a month.
You were depending on $160 to $170 a month to survive? How? Vast lunacy. Thank you for gifting 10 tier 1 subs to the community. I appreciate that.
Without the income. So without your support, I won't have basically my...
See, Peter, it's that easy. I really do appreciate it. Well, thank you.
Income will be like $160 this month. So I really, if you feel like I am worthy of your Patreon support, of your donations, really appreciate during this time of being humbled and restarting my channel and building back up. I would appreciate some Patreon supporters, or you can donate through Venmo, PayPal, or a Cash App. I do definitely need the financial support. I'm trying to support my family. My goal was to...
Peter, look, I get it. If you want to start doing like a YouTube channel or something in your spare time, that's excellent. That's great. And even if you were like on your own and you wanted to do sort of the starving artist thing, except in this case we're using artist pretty liberally, and you wanted to, you know, live in a loft apartment somewhere with really low real estate value, and you wanted to struggle bus it and do your YouTube thing, that'd be one thing. But you got a wife and kids, man. Like, you should probably get a real job. Like, that's not cool to try and ask your audience, like, I have a wife and kids, give me money. Like, no, that's not good. Don't do that.
Be out of debt by the time my child was born. And
what happened to his channel? His first channel got banned for being like QAnon and election conspiracy stuff.
The only way I am even close to accomplishing that is if I make $12,000 in May for my YouTube channel. It's a big goal.
Oh, there's what? There's no way you're making $12,000 on your YouTube channel by May. It's April today. You posted this yesterday. Zero chance, Peter.
$12,000. I never made that much money in my life. Didn't even get close to it, but...
Oh.
I still have my head sight on my head.
It would take me on my YouTube channel, just YouTube channel, not Twitch. Twitch is where I make my money, basically, to live. This is my job. YouTube, I put the archives there, and it's good for, like, extra money, but it's certainly not a good place to make a great deal of money. Like, if I only had YouTube as an income source, it would take me over a year to make $12,000. Just for the record, you don't make that much money on YouTube. You got to get some pretty good views to actually make money there.
My head completely...
That's from my channel alone, not the Hannah and Jake channel, which of course makes more because we have over 100,000 subscribers on there.
But... oriented towards being debt free, and so I can be financially free, so I can have financial freedom by the time my third child is born. That would be a big goal for mine. If you guys can help me achieve that through donations, through Patreon support, I would appreciate it. Also, sharing my content would really help my channel so I can become monetized. I'll start resuming posting PPP videos tomorrow. And again, I apologize for everyone, and I hope that you feel like I deserve your donations and your support and your time. And for all the people who've stuck with me no matter what, I appreciate it, and I hope that I can become a better person for all you, so that I can create the content that you guys want. Thank you so much for your time, and have a great day, everyone.
I feel so terrible for his children. Oh boy. Can I see? Let's see. He has 30 patrons at $169 per month. My Patreon has more than that. My Patreon has 52 patrons with $232 a month. I have a Patreon, by the way, if you guys don't know, if you ever want it. I hate to shill, but it is my job. So, we do a once-a-month patron-only hangout. It's third Sunday of every month. These are the previous ones, but I can only see them because I'm the page person, and you can see them if you are a patron, of course. But, yeah. Let's see what his most recent video is. His most recent video, that's very loud, is him basically bitching that YouTube has banned him. That's all it is.
In light of recent events, I thought it'd be a good idea to make a video about what Trump's plan is to fix YouTube. So this...
Clearly, Trump is going to get back in office, and he's going to fix all of Peter's problems. It's so sad. Instead of actually looking for real-world solutions to his issues and how to support his family and 3 children, he's got to, like, imagine this magical, Daddy, Trump is going to come save me and my kids. Like, no, please go get an actual job.
This video is about how the censorship will end and when that's going to happen. My name is Peter Hanna. This is Peter's Political Perspective. Got this information from a source.
Ooh, a source, you say?
That I vetted over the course of over 3 years. So I...
Okay, beautiful. I trust Peter. Undoubtedly. There's not a doubt in my mind. I trust him.
100% trust the source because I actually vetted them over 3 years and read 30,000 of their posts, and I know they're credible. So this was a source on Twitter. And so what they said, and from my understanding is they're extremely credible and they have a lot of intel. What's going to happen with the censorship on Google and YT and all that is basically...
It's not censorship, Peter. They banned you for spreading conspiracy theories about the election and other conspiracy theories about wanting your political enemies to be murdered or put in jail.
Probably this year, I imagine.
He did say he thought Mike Pillow was 100% credible, yes.
A little bit after Trump comes back into office, there's going to be a massive lawsuit. And people like me, see, I got kicked off YouTube, terminated. My account was terminated.
You got kicked off, which is why we're watching you on YouTube right now. Oh, ban evasion. Fun.
Not for breaking rules, but just cause. Google basically said, we...
No, not QAnon as the source yet. He hasn't actually referenced QAnon, so...
We have the right to terminate you at any point for whatever reason, and we felt like doing it, so bye-bye. And so, basically, even though I followed rules, I got kicked off.
You weren't following rules. YouTube has specific rules now about spreading conspiracy theories about the 2020 election. And you broke those, so they banned you. They're allowed to do that. Actually, YouTube can ban anyone for any reason. It's in their TOS, and you can disagree with that. That's fine. If you want to nationalize YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, great, let's do that. I don't care. But as it is right now, that's not how it works. Your freedom of speech has not been hurt. Certainly not your First Amendment rights. You're fine.
Legally, they have the right to do that, but...
He's about to say something that's so ignorant, it hurts me. I listened to this earlier before the stream started. He's about to say something that's so bereft of actual legal standing, it hurts my brain.
If they do this to a certain extent, to a certain amount of certain types of people, then what ends up happening is that becomes illegal.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Being a conspiracy theorist is not a protected class. You can sue anyone for anything, but you're certainly not going to get relief from the courts because YouTube is banning conspiracy theorists, whether it's 1 or 10 or 10 million. YouTube will not get in trouble for banning conspiracy theorists from your platform, from their platform, rather. That's not how anything works.
And as a result, there is going to be a lawsuit this year, somewhere towards the end of the year, where all content creators that were kicked off YouTube unfairly, like me, and I'm going to join the lawsuit.
Instead of like filling out job applications so he can support his family, he spends his days imagining an imaginary class action lawsuit in which he'll be able to get monetary damage from YouTube for deleting his conspiracy theory account. Peter, get a job.
Are going to sue YT so that we can get monetary compensation because we were unfairly kicked off the platform. Now, like I said, YT legally has the right to kick me off because I signed the contract that gave them the power to do that. But if they do this to a certain extent, to a certain demographic of people, then as a result, that is not allowed. That's actually
untrue. If it were a demographic that's a protected class, like a particular race, or at this point, I think sexuality, the Supreme Court is on the list, and gender identity. If it's even religion, I think is on that list. Like there are protected classes under the law. Your political affiliation and your conspiratorial individual beliefs are not protected classes. So there's no amount of conspiracy theorists that could be banned that would turn this into an illegal action. That's not how this works. You're either a protected class or you're not. And you're not, Peter.
actually illegal. So they are breaking the law by what they're doing. And as a result, I will be joining that lawsuit and I will be getting some type of monetary compensation. Crossing my fingers, hopefully. It might be just like $100. But then again, YT and Google, they're big corporations, so they have a lot of money. This is going to happen this year. After that lawsuit takes a big chunk of money out from Google.
Google has more money than God, so wouldn't even if this imaginary lawsuit were to happen and you were to get some amount of money from it, it would be a class action, so you'd probably get a check for $5. But either way, Google would be fine.
What's going to happen is Google, since it's basically a monopoly and YT is also monopoly.
Which is why you also have a BitChute channel. I get it, though. Yes, YouTube is too big, and so is Google. Break them up. I don't care.
There's going to be a breaking up of this monopoly into smaller companies, from what I understand. And the people, anyone corrupt or evil, running these companies or in these companies.
I like that he's already decided that the only possible reason he could have been banned is because the people running the company are evil and not because he was spreading misinformation. It doesn't even cross his mind once that he could have been wrong.
Well, basically justice will be served right to them, and that means they're probably not going to be working for YouTube anymore or for Google. And as a result, if YT and Google are being run by good guys, then
good guys are people that agree with him politically and want to kill all their political enemies, if you don't know.
There won't be any more censorship of any kind.
The idea that if a bunch of QAnon wackos got in charge of YouTube, they wouldn't censor left-leaning content, and by left-leaning content, I mean anything to the left of Donald Trump, is hilarious.
Especially not any censorship with nefarious purposes. So, as a result, I'm hoping if I keep my channel up for like 5 or 6 months, then the censorship will be over. And then I can just say all the things I really want to say. But in the meantime, I will be posting on Rumble, and also I'll be posting on Michael.
BitChute bans left-wing content. Surprised Pikachu face.
New website, Frank's Speech. It's supposed to be a combination of YouTube and Twitter, and that is also a solution to the problem. temporary band-aid is for people to jump to a new platform. I'm going to jump on there because it's a new platform, and hopefully I can become one of the bigger personalities on that platform early on. So that is my goal. And
the funny thing is, he's probably not wrong. Peter has enough of a personality, and I say enough of, that if he got on Rumble or BitChute and did it consistently, he could probably be one of the middle of the road to higher tier creators on there, because it's a small pond, you know? I think Styx is on there, and I think Styx is one of the biggest BitChute creators, and I think he has like 100,000 subs on there or something.
Post on Rumble, but I'm also going to build this channel up. I need a certain amount of watch hours to monetize it. So I appreciate you guys watching this video.
He's so boring. You haven't seen a lot of the BitChute content if you don't understand that this guy's more charismatic than 90% of the people on there.
Videos and supporting me. And if you guys can support me financially, because I've been hit by the censorship gun, obviously.
You weren't censored. Stop it.
You can support me financially in the section below. Become a Patreon supporter in the description, or donate to me through Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. I'd really appreciate it. But the censorship is going to stop this year. There's no reason it would continue, because with Trump being president again, there's no way he's going to let it just fly, especially when there's so many people who work for these companies that are that they need justice served to them, to put lightly. Now,
again, this is not about... It's so clearly about hurting people that Peter wants hurt. Recently, YouTube banned his other YouTube account, so he has to fantasize about hurting those people. They're not just people who harmed him in some way. They're not just people that deleted his channel. They have to be like evil satanic pedos. It's so weird that he has to make things this crazy and big and have to be like, and they deserve to die or go to jail or whatever. It's like, come on, man.
On my next video, I'm going to explain why I'm 100% confident that Trump's going to come back and save us. It just
I'm excited.
Makes sense. I think instinctively most of us feel like it makes perfect sense for Trump to come out of nowhere and just save us and save planet Earth and save the country, because that is just how it must go. I mean, either that or we're all doomed. So I'm going to make my next video is going to be about that. Looking forward to sharing with you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Thank you so much for supporting. I am going to focus on producing quality content that is useful to you guys, and also, as always, cheers you guys and gives you guys hope. Thank you so much, guys, and have a wonderful day.
Jesus Christ, Peter. We'll continue to keep an eye on Peter, either here on YouTube or on BitChute or wherever, if he gets banned. I very much want to see what he says when August comes around, because he seems pretty confident that Trump will be back by August, and of course he won't be, because this is all conspiracy nonsense. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. Let's check the bingo card, and we'll do some bit messages.